Hello everybody, how's everybody doing? Night Nanny Does here. It's Thursday. Time to start gearing up again. It's soon gonna be the weekend. Just like it is. After 5 days of the week, it's the weekend. Then there's the weekend. Then there's 5 days of the week. Then there's the weekend. Anyway, I was just watching some crap going on CNN. Well, most of them, and most of the stuff I get off YouTube anyway, from the Midas Touch and Politics Girls, stuff like that. But yeah, let me turn this around. Hello everybody. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, but there's a lot of stuff that they call them mainstream media, but I'm gonna say sort of real news, but they're kind of trying to be too polite or whatever the hell's going on with them. Like, you don't see those Newsmax people and stuff pulling the reins, even though it's all lies, but they get right out there in the mud and they're rolling around in it and throwing it at people. So I think other news agencies ought to start doing that. You know, you gotta call a plumber's crack, if you know what I mean. So anyway, they're having hearings on the floor up until they finally got this CR2 ladder thing going. What the hell's up with that? Now, speaking of the House and stuff, Maggie Trader Green last week got up there and she decided that she's going to move through a proposal where she's going to take Pete Buttigieg's salary. You got to remember, this guy was no millionaire coming into the White House there as Secretary of Transportation. He was a hometown mayor in Indiana. That's what he was. So she wants to, and has come up to the thing, to the podium, and said that she wants to reduce Pete Buttigieg's salary to $1. Who's going to pay it, her? She said she wants to do that because she doesn't like the kind of sex he's having. Excuse me, Maggie Trader, but you, my darling girl, were into all kind of freak sex when you were going with that tantric guru there. Apparently there's all kinds of weird shit that you guys were doing. And by the look of those lips, I don't think it was from drinking out of pop bottles. And the way you walk, I'm just saying. Now, I'm sure you've done the downward dog a time or two. So you leave Pete Buttigieg alone because he's fixed a lot of stuff in your state. A lot. A lot. That's right. So you want to reduce his salary to $1. You want to reduce Jean-Pierre's salary, the briefing room. Oh, I can't name. I haven't taken my brain pills yet. Freaking stroke brain shows up all the time when I don't do that. The press secretary there in the briefing room brought her salary down to $1. Like, that's getting through Senate, right? Seriously. They said for lying. Well, what in the name of Christ would you call what Kayleigh McEnany did when she was up there? Oh, Jesus jugs herself out there. Everything come out of her mouth was a lie. And then Sarah Sanders, she never told the truth at all, and she lied to Congress. Another good church-going woman. So now, looks like Sarah Sanders is in lectern gate, because her and her friend who does events apparently bought almost a $20,000 lectern for, we call it Government House here. I don't know what you guys call it down there. Governor's Mansion, whatever the hell. But yeah, and it caused such a fuss because then they started adding stuff onto the list, and she takes a coincidentally $20,000 vacation to France with her buddies, one of them of which made that possible by that $20,000 lectern, is what I'm thinking. It was nice of them to paint it Democratic blue, though, don't you think? So there's that going on. Then there's this bullshit with Kevin McCarthy and Tim Burchett. Apparently McCarthy elbowed him in the kidneys. It's not his first time either, apparently. Tried to do it a couple times to Kinzinger, didn't get too far. Yeah, apparently he's just a big old bully with $17 million and a flood of security. Probably needs the security now. Then there's Mike Johnson. Isn't he a piece of work? Somebody that's making $220,000 a year doesn't have a bank account for him to put in. What's he do? Go up and get a bag of cash? Is that what he's doing? Hate to sleep in his mattress. Must be pretty lumpy. No checking account, no savings account. So I think he's doing a ton of shit. Plus he owns a religious broadcasting thing. They do podcasts, him and his wife Kelly. Where they're, sure, this is what one of their people said, one of their followers said, yeah, they may be homophobic, but they're so polite. Seriously? I think he's thieving money from somewhere. That stuff just doesn't fall out of the sky. And he has no bank account under $5,000 between him and his wife, who's a counselor. Are you kidding me? So come on. Enough with the horse shit, people. The shit has left the horse. Get on with it. Go look in his mattress and his pillows. Must be stashing his money in there, because apparently there's no banks. And I'd try the Cayman Islands too, just in case. Maybe Switzerland. And then, who else we got? Oh, George Santos. Gonna find out what the ethics think of him, and whether the rest of those chicken shit cowards in the Republican Party are gonna actually boot his ass out. You know, there's only a slim 3 to 4 person margin on their side. So that's all the news that's news for now. I'm going to get into something with Trump Jr. there. Trump Jr. was on the stand. Instead of testifying, gave family history of the Drumpf family. That's right, they hailed from Bavaria. And we'll get into that. He was saying what a stellar person his father was, and how beautiful he made the view of the harbor and stuff like that from all the buildings he put up. Well, guess what? 40 Wall Street was up way before he was even born. So I don't know what he's talking about his father building. His father just renovated a couple places and slapped that ugly gold Trump thing on it. That's what he did. But anyway, I digress. That's my wee ranty poo for today. Well, for now anyway. I'll probably be back. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Oh yeah, John Wayne, Mark Wayne, fucking Ding Dong Mullins, that's his name, saying that he's a big cage fighter and he was a champion and all this stuff. Well, you know what it turns out of those 10 titles he holds? He only got in the ring 3 times, 2 against the same guy. And you know what his total time in the backyard cage or whatever the hell you want to call it? You know what his total time was? Less than 10 minutes. That's how much of a superstar cage fighter he is. So anyway, yeah, he wants to, he was going to pound the shit, well, he's going to try to, pound the shit out of the Teamsters Union president. You know what the funny part was? Apparently Mullins is just a really tiny short guy, and when he was running for the Senate, there's a picture of him standing on an apple box behind the podium there, make himself look taller. Maybe you should go and get some of DeSantis lifts. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, Naughty Nana loves you. This has gone on too long for a rant. I'm just saying. I love y'all. I'll talk to you later. Mwah. Don't forget to subscribe.